Hi folks, part 3 of Australia for August, and we're talking about Western Australia now, and we've really got to talk about the two halves of Western Australia. Western Australia is such a big state. Did you know that it's the size of Argentina? Anyway, so it's really two different states in my opinion. It's the north and the south, and in the north I'm expecting mainly fine and dry conditions. For the Kimberleys, De Grey and Fortescue regions, I think a bit of light rainfall mid-month. Further south, some respectable amounts of rainfall, mostly around the mid-month, which will be the 12th to the 21st. Some pockets of heavy rain in the Gascoyne around the 21st, before clearing to mainly fine and dry for the rest of the month. I'm not expecting any cyclonic activity. In the south of Western Australia, I'm expecting it to be wetter overall for August by about 25% so of the average. So there is a bit of rain coming in this month. I've got a rain band sort of happening now, on and off, and it's going to continue till the 10th. There's a prolonged wet spell from my point of view from the 13th to the 29th. So that's just about the most of the days in the second half of the month. And it'll be quite heavy on the north coast around the 21st, and on the south coast between the 14th and the 15th, around the mid-month there. And the central parts of the southeast region around Leonora around the 22nd, and the Kalgoorlie around the 13th. Now Perth, I've got rain on about 18 days of the month. There's a weak passing front happening at the moment. I think you'll get about 3 or 4 fine days, and then rain the 13th to the 27th, as I said before. Some heavy falls around the 13th and the 16th and the 27th, and I think thunderstorm and strong winds between the 16th and the 21st. So that's in the third week there of the month. I think the last few days of the month you'll see some clearing to fine and dry conditions, and that'll be from about the 28th onwards. And your dam there, the Wollongong, I think showers until the 11th, and then from the 13th onwards some rain and showers pretty well daily until the 28th. And after that I've got some fine weather returning once more. I think there'll be some thunderstorms and heavy rain around the full moon period, which will be the 25th and the 26th. Now, the Northern Territories, most places I think will be just completely fine and dry, and that includes most around Darwin-Darley region and the Barkly Tablelands, as well as in the west and south of Alice Springs. Isolated falls in the Centre Island region from about the second week onwards. There'll be just showers sprinkling on and off. I've got some light rain around about the mid-month for Curtin Springs, but only an isolated shower or two likely, but still it'll be something, and that'll be between the 15th and the 17th. Darwin I think will be completely fine, dry and sunny. I'm not expecting any rainfall except in the last couple of days of the month. No cyclonic activity at all is expected over NT this month, and the Darwin River Dam, well, I think you can forget any rain, quite honestly, until about the 20th of September. Tasmania, well, I think you've got a vigorous month with regard to rain and snow. Widespread rain and snow pretty well now until the 11th. I think it's going to be heavy in the west between the 8th and the 12th, and around the Strathgordon Lake region, and I think you're going to get thunderstorms in many places. I expect some heavy snowfalls in the western parts of the state, and then a fairly settled period can be expected, although I think you've got some light showers pretty well daily in the west, while mostly fine conditions will dominate the north and the east. But by the 17th I've got snow and rain returning across the state on quite a regular basis until the end of the month, and there's some pretty heavy falls and some snow around the 22nd and the 23rd, and then again around the 25th and the 26th and the 29th to the 31st. It'll be mainly in the west side of the state, and the west coast region will see most snow, and that'll be from the 8th to the 13th. I know you've had some already. The next lot tomorrow and for the next 5 days, and the 17th to the 31st. So you've got some pretty heavy falls there coming up around the 9th, the 13th, the 22nd, the 25th to the 26th, and the 28th to the 31st. And to the east in the Midlands, I think you can expect light snow, light to moderate snow around now, flurries around the 10th and the 11th, and scattered snow from the 17th to the 30th, including some heavy falls around the 22nd. That'll be coming off the southern declination, which will be off on the 19th, and when everything goes cold. And I've got some moderate snow on the 28th, which will be just after the full moon, which will be on the 26th. Now, I've got some gales and winds for you, maybe a problem around the 21st in the west, and around the 29th to the 31st. Hobart, I think most of your rain is in the first 2 weeks of the month, so predominantly the 10th to the 12th, that's coming up this week, and the 17th to the 20th, although the quantities are expected to be light to isolated. The last 10 days I've got some regular rain and shower days for Hobart, especially 24th to the 26th, and some lighter, more isolated showers on the other days. I've got snow possibly coming up around the 11th and the 20th and the 26th to the 27th. There's a possibility of hail around the 9th, that's tomorrow, and strong winds to gales possibly around the 21st coming up. Tasmania Dam, the one I look at is Lake Margaret. Now I've got high rainfall the 15th to the 16th. They'll be heavy rain days. Really only about 3 days this month with no rain at all expected. And some heavy rain, I think you can expect that around the 9th and the 13th and the 18th and the 21st to the 22nd and the 24th to the 26th and the 28th to the 31st, and the dry days are going to be around the 16th and the 19th and the 27th. So that's Tasmania, and I think we've covered the whole country there for the rest of August. If you want to know more, if you want to see graphs and tables and some more wordy bits about where the rain's going to come, what the sunniest days are, when the wind is going to arrive, and all the rest of it, just go to our ebook section and you'll see the Australia August 7 package report there. It's only a couple of bucks, and I think it'll tell you all you need to know. So thanks for watching. I hope at least one of these blogs has been useful to you.